present a new show featuring Rico Marcelli's orchestra, Kathleen Wells, those two harmoniacs, Ronnie and Van, and starring that ambulating Ananias, that humbug of the highways, that meretricious motorist, Fibber McGee, with his constant companion and severest critic, Molly. Well, what are you doing, Fibber? Will you stop rattling that script in this microphone?
This ain't a script. It's a road map.
A road map?
Yeah. You see, this here map shows Route 42 and Route 16. Molly wants us to take Route 42, but I claim that 16 is more smoother, more straighter, more faster,
Fibber McGee, come back here.
I guess we'll take 42.
Well, 42 or Route 16. Marcelli and his men find it all smooth sailing when assisted by those surf-riding serfs from the surface station, Dustoff and Brightskate.
Like ships at sea will merrily breeze along. Without a head, smooth sailing. When the breeze may blow, we'll merrily roll along. Never mind about the weather, let it rain or let it shine. In time that we're together, it's all a true time. One head, smooth sailing. On a happy tide, we'll merrily ride along.
And now we find Fibber and Molly McGee chugging down Route 42.
McGee, do you hear that?
You mean that number 3 cylinder? I know. I told that fella back there to adjust the plug to the thickness of a dime, but he must use 2 nickels. I mind the time.
I don't mean a nickel and I don't mean a dime. I mean a copper. Listen, would you? Don't look back. Aha. You will go through a red light, will you, McGee?
Shucks, I tell you, that light wasn't lit, Molly.
Yes, and my Uncle Tim wears a collar, but he's no heart. I tell you, McGee, we're due for something here.
All right. All over there, you.
Here it is, McGee, and I didn't even have time to hang out the Notre Dame pennant.
Don't worry, Molly. I'll handle this. Good evening, Sergeant. Nice, cool evening, ain't it?
Yeah. But it'll be warmer any minute. Or maybe the cooler for you. Now, what's the idea of passing the red light back there, huh? What's your name? What's your license number? Where you going? Where's your city sticker? What's the idea, huh?
Answer them one at a time, McGee, starting with the red light. Remember?
Listen, officer. Don't get flipped. My name's McGee, and I'm president of the ITCIOTUS&C, Local 82, which means the International Tourist Camp Inspectors of the United States and Canada.
Right.
I know some pretty big men around here.
Fine. The judge is 6'3". Now follow me and No bunkie business, you hear?
Oh, sure.
My. It's awful hot driving in July, ain't it, McGee?
July? This here's April.
Sure. In the 90 days, it'll be July.
Oh, no. Oh, Molly, ain't that serious? I tell you, that red light wasn't lit, and I'll plead this case till the cows come home.
Listen well to the judge's gavel, McGee. It's the only knock that ain't a boot.
Silence in the court. Officer, what's the man charged with?
Passing up a red light at the junction, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the light wasn't lit.
Silence.
That don't make any difference, Your Honor. That light ain't working right. But it's a red light, and he should have stopped for it.
That light ought to be fixed, Schwartz.
Schwartz, is it? That me wasting me sweet Irish miles on a guy named Schwartz.
Quiet. Quiet, madam. What's your name, defendant?
McGee. Fibber McGee, Your Honor. One of the old Nebraska McGees. One of the oldest and most respectable...
All right, never mind.
Huh?
I realize that it's difficult to see that light at the junction. Nevertheless, we must impose caution on all motorists. And it is obvious that it is a red light, lit or not. Now, what have you to say, McGraw?
McGee, it is. And I got this here to say. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and that there red light wasn't lit. If it had been lit, I'd have knew it was a red light. But a red light that ain't lit ain't a red light. On account of because a light that ain't lit ain't a light. And if it's got to be lit to be a red light and ain't lit, then it ain't a red light. If a red light is the kind of a light ought to be, it'd be a lit light, not a dead light. A dead red light ain't no more a red light than a lit light is a dead light. And I claims that any time my headlight sees a dead light, red light or no red light, and I ride right by the light, I'm in my rights. Come on, Molly.
Well. Well, Fibber, what are you doing back here? The last time I saw you, you were before a justice of the peace.
Yeah, but you see, me and Molly decided there wasn't no justice.
So we're going to sing a piece.
No rattler could rip her, no python could nip her, for she was the last word in class. Sweet Flossie Farmer, the lovely snake charmer who fell for a snake in the grass. She shunned all the geezers on the flying trapezers and let all the acrobats pass. Ah, but sweet Flossie Farmer, the lovely snake charmer, went boom for a snake in the grass. Take it away, Molly.
He didn't care for his ride, not a yada-da-da, sing, la-la.
Nice voice.
He didn't care for his hippopotamuses, yada-da-da, whoop.
That's the stuff, Molly. She flittered and fluttered at each word he uttered. The scoundrel had plenty of brass.
He did that.
But when they started kissing, the snake started hissing.
For he was a snake in the grass.
No boa constrictor has slapped her or kicked her. She had them all doped up with gas. But sweet Flossie Farmer, the lovely snake charmer, was doped by a snake in the grass. Why, even the dwarfs and the giants cried out their defiance. They saw through her lover like glass.
They did that.
Ah, but sweet Flossie Farmer, the lovely snake charmer, was nursed for a snake in the grass. Tear into it, Molly.
He didn't care for his sea nihilists, yada-da-da, sing, ding-dong. He didn't
Come on now, Molly, the old smarts now.
Yada-da-da, sing.
That's the stuff. She swore she'd obey him, her salary pay him. The snakes overheard the poor lad. And it isn't surprising. They filled him with poison, for he was a snake in the grass.
Oh, thank you, folks. A bright song with a bright finish. And listen, listeners, here's the way to protect a bright finish on your car from the ultraviolet rays of the sun now that the hot summer days are coming in.
Excuse me, Mr. Carwax.
Not Carwax. My name is Wilcox, Harlow Wilcox.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyhow, I don't think you're giving folks the right picture on the Johnson's auto wax.
Oh, I see. I suppose you could do it much better.
Oh, ain't got the slightest doubt of it, my boy. I'd make a kind of a story out of it, like this. Once upon a time, maybe I better have a fan player. Mr. Marshmallow.
Mark Shelley.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Folks, once upon a time, there was two kids, Violet and Ray. You get it? Violet, Ray? They don't get it, Molly.
It ain't funny, McGee.
Well, sir, there was never a dull moment with Violet and Ray. They improved each shining hour, you might say, eating the finish off in cars. So one Sunday morning, Violet says to Ray, Ray, she says, I'm just hungry to spoil the finish onto a nice, shiny car. Now, there's a bright, gleaming job down there. Come on, let's ruin it. Oh, Ray, says Kay. Okay, says Ray. And down they come, right onto the nice, shiny car. But 'twasn't no use. After 10 hours, they give up. Why, shucks, says Violet to Ray, we ain't making no impression. Ain't we got any personality anymore? And Ray just laughed. Look, says he to Violet, this here car's got Johnson's auto wax onto it. That's what makes it so bright. That's why we ain't getting nowhere spoiling it. That's what you get, Violet, says Ray, for picking out this nice, shiny car. What you mean, that's what I get, says Violet? And Ray just laughs and says, for being so ultra, Violet, he says. Fanfare.
Thank you, Fibber, thank you. That was terrible.
Huh?
That was splendid.
Well, I'm glad to help you out anytime, my boy.
Well, you certainly spoiled my story, Fibber, so I'm going to ask Marcelli to give me time to think while he finds rhythm in the rain.
Pattering rhythm of the raindrops. While on the streets to scatter, I walk between the raindrops. I love the rhythm of the rain. I met you underneath the raindrops. I was a lucky fellow, for underneath the raindrops we shared the same umbrella, and underneath the raindrops we learned the rhythm of the rain. Just like the rain can shower each flower with you, I await the hour. How lots of love is on you. So anytime you see the raindrops and hear the pitter-patter come out beneath the raindrops, and we can love and chatter if it's beneath the raindrops, you'll love the rhythm of the rain.